All right. Hi, everyone, and welcome. This special consciousness for Yom Kippur, and let's see, maybe for the rest of the holidays. So, we know that this is a very, very special time right now. The Kabbalists explain that since the new moon of Elul, Virgo, till Yom Kippur, Yom Kippurim, Yom Kippur, we have 40 days, and they call it the 40 ימי עת רצון. It's the 40 days of the time of desire. What does it mean, desire? It means from the cosmos point of view, and also we need to awaken in that desire. There is that energy that helping us to increase our inner desire to cleave ourselves with the Creator. It means I don't want to be the same person I was last year, because whatever I want to achieve, and let's say I didn't, it's because I might have small desire to cleave myself with the Creator. Yes, we can say I have big desires to achieve, different goals, but we need to make sure we take into that equation also the Creator. It says the Zohar explains when a couple want to bring a child, so we have, Zohar says, the mother, the father, or the father, the mother, and the Creator. If they just by themselves, they cannot get a child. They need to have the Creator to send the soul into this world. It means into the vessel of the mom, into her womb. Okay, so in anything that we want to renew, we have new beginnings, and every day it's a new beginning, right? Especially now, we in that process of a new beginning. I want to bring to that new beginning the light of the Creator into my vessel, sorry, into my life. So that time of Et Ratzon helping us to increase the desire. So first of all, we want to keep in mind, maybe I didn't think about it, or maybe I'm so busy with my life, with my work, with all the tasks I have, I need to make sure I'm given, a few minutes a day to check where I'm at in that sense of my desire to cleave myself with the Creator. And second, what does it mean for me to cleave myself with the Creator? Because each one of us, it can be something else. One, I need to scan more Zohar. One, I need to take more classes. One, I need more to volunteer. One, I need more to give, donation, charity, time, whatever that mean to me. How can I cleave myself with the Creator? Okay, so those things we need to realize and to see where I need to increase that specific desire, because it's somehow, it's general, but it's also personal for each vessel. All right. And then the Kabbalists explain, and the Bnei Yisachar, he explained all of those points. He's saying that the time of Tishrei, it's the time that we all under that umbrella of, he call it Mikveh Israel. There is an energy in the cosmos of purification. That mikveh, there is the ocean, there is a mikveh, there is a pool, or it can be considered, as a mikveh maybe, different type of power of mikveh, but it doesn't mean that if it's there, I'm doing mikveh. It means I need to take myself to do the mikveh, okay? So also in the sense of that energy in the cosmos, it doesn't mean if it exists, I'm receiving it in an automatic way. I need to cleave myself with this energy and to use it in a way that I want to have the desire to purify myself, to do that spiritual mikveh. And there is also physical, that it's also spiritual mikveh. But for 1 month, try to imagine that power that the light given us, this energy of purification, like a mikveh, to purify all of our negativities. Okay, so it's the entire month of Tishrei. So From the point of the cosmos, this is a very powerful and fair game. So now I just want to share with you, just a second, sorry. Okay. Let me just share the screen, the PowerPoint. Second. Okay. Oh, that's beautiful. Just a second. Okay. Now you can see it. All right. So as you can see, okay, it's Hebrew, but I'm going to expand, don't worry. I translate what I have the time and chance to translate. But this is, says the holidays in the months of Tishrei. So we have Rosh Hashanah, right? It's here, represent the energy of judgment. So we have the first day, it's the harsh judgment. So you can see here, Aleph. The second day, it's the soft judgments. Now we have the 10 days of tshuva here, okay? That also it's called, the Kabbalists explain, Semolot Tachat Roshi, okay? It means right now we build in the left column and we correct in the vessel for the entire year to receive life, kids, and sustenance for the entire year, okay? So those 10 days of tshuva, here we have at the ninth day, we have the energy of kaparot, right? Another chance to remove some judgments from our life. And then we have Yom Kippur, all right? After Yom Kippur, we have the inner light of chasadim, of mercy, inner light of mercy that comes from Binah. You can see it here. So this is the 11th day, the 12, 13, 14, and then we have the 15. We start the holiday. So here we have the level of Hod. After Yom Kippurim, after Yom Kippur, we start to receive, or this energy start to enter into the cosmos. So we announcing also, we're supposed to announce every day in the connection. You see the marker? You see. Okay. We're supposed to mention every day, Or Pnimi, the Chasadim Binah, inner light of Chasadim that come from the level of Binah. So this is the level of Hod. Then we have the Netzach, Tiferet, Gvura, and the night of Sukkot, the first night of Sukkot, it's mercy. Then we start to climb again with mercy, Gvura, Chesed, Gvura, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod, Yesod, and then Malchut. In Malchut, what we're doing, it's Hoshana Rabbah, it's the checking of the shadow, right? And then after that, day after Simchat Torah, we receiving the protection and the happiness and another level of surrounding light for the entire year. Okay, so it means here it's here it was Semolotecha Bekeni, the left will hug me. Okay, this is the we built in the vessel, like we said, life, kids, and sustenance. After Yom Kippurim, in the level of Sukkot, we have Yeminotecha Bekeni, the right column will hug me. This is the light of mercy to the entire year, protection for the entire year. This is, we built in the right column. Okay, if this is the left column, this is the right column. And then in the time of checking of the shadow, Yeshakeni Meneshikot Piu, now we're receiving, sorry, again from the Creator, that kiss, that blessing from the light. And in Simchat Torah, this is the unification. And now we have the energy that, let's say, been released and start for the entire year. All right? So left column, right column, and central column. Okay? And now we're entering into Yom Kippur, right? We like to connect with the energy of our teacher, Rav Berg. As we can see here, we have those 10 days of repentance. As we mentioned before, right? We have the entire 10 days that each day is good for us to remember. You might already know that, so we're not going to stay on it too long. We're starting from Keter and going to the Malchut in Yom Kippur. In Kippur, we're going to the level of Bina. This is the highest level that we can go. Also, it's called Shabbat Shabbaton. So it's like Shabbat, even though it's in irregular days. Sometimes it's an irregular day. It's also considered as Shabbat, but it's Shabbat Shabbaton. It's like higher level than regular Shabbat. And this year it's very special because it falls on Shabbat. Just try to imagine, as much as we can, how much support and power we receive from the Creator to help us to have a successful year and protected year, an abundant year, right? So it's very, very powerful. It's hard for us to even to grasp it in our 1% mind, but from the point of the energy and cosmic wise, we have a lot of protection and a lot of help. So it's very powerful. Now, every day that what we're doing since Shabbat till Yom Kippur, one, we correcting the entire days of the past year, or Michael Berg explained once we can even go into reincarnations. So Saturday, whatever we did, correct all the Saturdays, Sundays, Mondays. Today it's Tuesday. All the Tuesdays. We start right now Wednesdays, so all the Wednesdays. It's one we correcting for the past, and we planting seeds for all of our, let's say, today, Wednesdays, to all of the Wednesdays of the next year. So one we correcting, one we planting positive seeds for the days. If in Pesach, in the first 12 days of Nisan, we planting seeds and behavior and energy for the entire months, here for the entire week, it means weekdays, it means for the days of the week. So just keep in mind the way that you're going to behave will correct all of the days from the past and also will affect all of your days for the future. Just pay attention and make sure you put the right intention. Now, we know it says here the opponent, Hasatan, right? So we have just calculation all of the letters. Letter Hey 5, Shin 300, Tet 9, Nun it's 50. We get 664, right? This is what he allowed to control in the year. The day of Kippur, he cannot touch. He cannot control this day. This is the day that we removing any type of negativities. It means in the time of Rosh Hashanah, what we did, right? We're supposed to be, even though it's judgment days, right? Harsh and soft, we're not supposed to be sad. We need to do the work and be happy, right? This is why you see we singing, we jumping, we laughing. We need to go through the process in a kind of a acceptance and happy way to cleave ourselves with the Creator because it's affecting our entire year. Now, the day of Yom Kippur, what we do, we mention in so many negativities that we did, and many of them we didn't do. Let's say if you ask yourself, I didn't do this. Yes, but we're talking about things that we don't even know, maybe from past life, also for humanity. Remember, we are one soul. So anyway, we need to remove all the negativities. Now, in the time of Kippur, this is the day we should mention all of the negativities that we can mention to remove. Because imagine, it's like a Bina of Bina. It's a place that whatever we mention in removing, it going to delete it from the system. Okay, this is why also in Kippur, all of those days of tshuva, it's good to say I'm sorry, and if you feel you need to talk with people and say I'm sorry. But also in the day of Kippur, remember, they used to say, okay, guys, before we start, just go around the room, go to your friends. You can say I'm sorry, if I hurt you, just to clean, because in that time it's really good to release and to say I'm sorry, because many times, even though we don't remember that we hurt someone, we might hurt someone without even knowing, you know? And sometimes even people don't even remember that we hurt them, but they need to forgive because, sometimes somebody hurting us, he says something, it was, I don't know, 5 months ago or 2 months ago, and you continue, but, somehow it's stuck in the system and it can create a negativity or blockage. We don't want to enter the next year with any negativity or blockage. So this is very powerful for us to forgive and to say I'm sorry. Okay? So now let's jump to the next point. As you can see here, there are the 5 restrictions in the time of Yom Kippur. And there is a reason why we have those restrictions, because in that day, we don't want to give nothing to the opponent. We don't for sure want to bring the opponent, with us to the connection of that 24 hours connection to Bina of Bina. So we're not using things that related with the pleasures of the body and with the malchut that, as you know, eating and drinking, right? No leather shoes. Leather shoes, it's related with malchut. If you want to put belt or if you're a man, you put kippah. The rest you can have leather purse, whatever you need, but just shoes. Shoes will connect with malchut. Okay, we're working on the malchut. So we don't want to give him any type of energy. So no leather shoes, no washing, mean not taking a shower. Also, when we wash our hands, just the fingertips, right? No perfumes or any creams on our body with smell. You can put before Yom Kippurim, you can put, but during Yom Kippur, it's better not to do it. Don't give any energy to the opponent. And it's called Yachasei Shut. No unifications, no sex in that day, because we don't want to give him any type of energy, and for sure not to the body consciousness in that specific day. The next thing, let's connect with the Zohar saying. So I'm going to read and then we're going to translate. ככה זה, בהיומה התכסיה סערה ולה נהיר עד בעשור לחודש דישראל תיבין כולו בטיובתה שלמתה, ואימא הילאה תאבד ונהרת לה, והיומה נהירו דאימא נטלה, ואשתך חדו בחולה, ועל דה כתיב, יום הכיפורים הוא, יום כיפור מבאי לה, מן יום הכיפורים, אלא בגין דתרי נהורין נהרן בחד. בוצינה הילאה נהיר לבוצינה תתאה, ובהה יומה מנהורה הילאה נהיר, ולה מנהורה דשמשה. ובגין כך, בכסל יום חגנו כתיב. So what is Zohar telling us here? Let me just put the camera again so you can see me. Okay, so Zohar telling us here, come and see, and again, you want us to raise our consciousness to a higher level of consciousness. Come and see. Rav Ashok saying, ביום ההוא, in that day, on that day of Rosh Hashanah, נתכסתה הלבנה. We know that the לבנה, the moon, being covered. שהיא המלכות. What is the moon? Represent the מלכות, level of מלכות, the world that we live in it. ואינה מאירה עד בעשור לחודש. And the מלכות, that cover, stays till the 10 of the months. What is the 10 of the months? שישראל כולם חוזרים בתשובה שלמה. That the Israelite, he says, they return to the Creator in a complete tshuva, complete repentance. ואמא הילה שהיא בינה, and the upper אמא that represent the level of בינה, חוזרת ומאירה לה, come back and shine upon the מלכות. ויום הזה דיום הכיפורים, and that day, דיום הכיפורים, it's the day of יום הכיפורים, לוקחת המלכות הערות אמא. The מלכות takes those lights from אמא, שהיא בינה, that called בינה, ונמצאת שמחה בכל, and you can find happiness in everything. happiness in everything. ועל כן כתוב יום הכיפורים הוא. This is why it says יום הכיפורים, not יום כיפור. It says in a plural, not in singular. So he says, אלא משום אז, says, he should say יום כיפור. Why this says יום הכיפורים? לשון רבים. אלא משום שאז שני אורות מאירים יחד. Why? Because in that time there are two type of lights that shines together. המאור העליון, the upper light that represent בינה, מאיר למאור התחתון, shines to the light below, the light of the מלכות, וביום הזה מאירה המלכות, מאור העליון, and at that day, the מלכות shines from מאור העליון, from the upper light, that this is בינה, and not from the light of the sun. Okay, so even though you can see the sun outside shining, but it says in that day, the Malchut been shine and receive the light from Bina. This is why it's the highest level that we can go in that day of Kippurim. It's called Bina of Bina. So we're receiving the light directly from the level of Bina. It's a very, very, very high level. If the sun represents Z'ir and Pin, right? Remember, Chesed, Gvurah, Tiferet, Zir and Pin, Malchut. So all of those Sfirot, the 6 Sfirot represent Zir and Pin. Bina, it's above. Keter, Chuma, Bina. So in the time of Yom Kippurim, we elevate into higher level of energy. Velo me'or HaShemesh, and not from the sun, שהוא Zir and Pin. We're not receiving from Zir and Pin, we're receiving directly from Bina. ומשום כך כתוב בכסל למחגנו כי המלכות אינה מהירה עד יום הכיפורים. And this is why it says בכסל למחגנו, it says that the Levana, the Malchut, is still stayed covered till our holiday. What is the holiday? It says this is the Yom Kippurim. This is the 10th day of the Tshuva, repentance. Just for us to keep in mind and take it, in a, let's say, more serious way, not to be serious about it, but like more in a serious way to think about, again, what does it mean for me? When I'm coming to Yom Kippur, or how I want to show up in Yom Kippur, and how I want to receive that light of Binah. Because I don't know if you pay attention, but we're already in the middle of the week of the 10 days of Tshuva, and those 22 days will end very, very fast and quickly. So we have to make sure that we in line with our consciousness with those days and with each energy that reveals in each day from those days and Kippur, then preparation for Sukkot, Shana Rabbah, Simchat Torah, bam, Genesis again, Bereshit, and we start all over again, okay? So we need to pay attention and connect with those energies. Okay, so here we just have the Tree of Life. Any questions so far? If yes, just unmute yourself. If not, we continue. And this one after I will show you. So this is what we talked before. We have that level of Malchut. And then, as we can see in the second one, see it's going up. We're going up to the level of Bina. Okay, so the Malchut in that day, we're going up to the level of Bina. And it shine to the Malchut, receiving all the blessings. Bina of Bina. Connecting with this energy. Okay? Now, what's happening in that time, as you can see here, it says, Zdonot ne'asin lizchuyot. So if you can repeat after me, it's good to connect with this energy, and I will explain what does it mean. Zdonot ne'asin lizchuyot. So what does it mean? It means when we're doing tshuva, when we're doing repentance, okay? So even though, let's say, a person did something in purpose, okay, it's not in purpose. He want to hurt someone, he's saying something bad, like evil tongue. Maybe he's lying, just to make great pain or something, for the other person. If he do repentance in those days and in time of Kippur, so those, even the intentional negativities, they become to merits. Just for us to, try to grasp it for a second in your mind, in your brain. How powerful is that the Creator given us this powerful tool, that even though we did something in purpose and we repenting and we, activating the mercy column, they become zchuyot, merits. So it means they become good points for the person. Okay? So that's another point I want to keep in mind, that powerful time and that powerful day. Another thing we have in Yom Kippur, just you might know it, but just let's go over it. The 5 meals, right? We have those energies that we start from the evening connection. This is the level of Arvit. This is the first meal. Then we have Shacharit, second meal. Musaf, the third meal. Mincha is the afternoon, is the fourth meal. And Ne'ilah, when we lock in all the blessings and energy for the entire year. This is the fifth meal. So, because of that, because that we have 5 spiritual meals in the time of Yom Kippur, we need to have also um, 5 physical meals, right? So we need to prepare our vessel day before. The Ari Kadosh saying, everyone who eats and drinks a lot on the 9th in Tishrei and fast in Kippur, it's considered for him like he fast 2 days. Okay? So it means we need to keep in mind, maybe you start to prepare yourself from today just to see how you want to plan it. It means we're going to fast on Shabbat this year, Friday evening, right? It means from Thursday, 3 stars, we need to start to, again, don't explode yourself because you need to breathe and to function, but plan to eat more than usual. And every time you eat more than usual, just meditate that you prepare in your vessel to the 5 meals of Yom Kippur. Okay? And then it will be considered to the person as he fast 2 days. All right? Now, at the day of Yom Kippur, but Friday, we have the meal that before the fast. Also over there, we can meditate. Every time, let's say you eat, right? You eat some food. You eat some food before the fast, if you fasting, okay? So you can start and say, okay, right now I'm eating for the level of, let's say, malchut. You eat some food, okay. Now you stop again. Now I'm eating for the level of, let's say, yesod. So you meditate for each meal. You stop and you eat some food for that meal. Because remember, the intention is very important. It's not just I want to eat because I'm afraid I'm going to be hungry, or 24 hours I'm so stressed I'm not going to eat and drink. So let me just eat, as much as I can, fill up my belly, my stomach, and drink, and that I'm not going to be hungry and thirsty. No, you don't want to do that. You want to be a spiritual person. You want to make sure that you have the control and you keep the consciousness. And again, the point is not to explode ourselves, not with water and not with a lot of food. Because remember, what's happening if you have experience? You see, if you drink a lot of water before, like minutes before, what's happened? You run into the restroom every second. So it means like, the body cannot handle so much water. We're not camels, right? We're human beings. And the kidneys, they cannot handle it. What they do, just they throw the water out. So you put in so much water, then you need to rush to the restroom every like few minutes. So what we are doing, right? Okay, so what we can do, we can nourish our system during the day. Drink maybe more water, like we said. If we eating more at the ninth, so you can maybe you should, if you want, drink a little bit more also water. Try not to bombard yourself with coffee. It's because if you, just a tip, if you don't want to have headaches, if you're a coffee drinker, try to stop. What day is today? Tomorrow it's Wednesday. Yeah, try to stop from after tomorrow, 3 days before usually. Let the body to clean it. So you come to Kippur, and you, B'ezrat Hashem, not going to have headaches or migraines or whatever that thing, because there is something in coffee that cause it, because the body want to clean everything you need to clean from the coffee, and then all of those uh, negativities, energies, toxins go to the brain, and then a person get headache. You don't want to have it in Kippur. You want to keep yourself focused and do your spiritual work. Okay. So again, try not to fill up your stomach so much that you barely can breathe, and don't drink so much water that you everything go to the restroom. So then everything go out anyway. You know, just do your meditation. Be conscious about what you do, and do it in the right way that you can feel good after. Also, okay. So this is the ninth day and the day of Kippur. Let me see. Okay, let me show you. I might I printed, but this is not a physical class, but I will send you it later. Let me share with you. There is a special meditation. Okay, you can see it now on the screen. There's a special meditation that we're supposed to have two meals on Friday. So we have meal before midday. We have one meal, and then before the meal, you do this meditation, L'Shem Yichud. Do this meditation all the way. This is part of the preparation for the fast for Yom Kippur. Okay, and it's good to do amotzi, do this meditation, do the amotzi, and to eat something. Then Birkat Hamazon, if you usually do it. If you don't and you want to do it, please, you can do it. If not, it's fine also. You can just do this meditation. Just feel comfortable, whatever you want to do. But everything you do, remember, it's for you. And you receive the energy, and then you can share this energy after you have it. And also, before the fast, also, it's good to do a motzi. So you do L'Shem Yichud, you finish this meditation, and then you do a motzi, and after you finish Birkat Hamazon, and then after that, the fast is, depending on the time, starting. Also, remember, there is this trick from the Ari with the water. So, just to remind you, so when you finish everything, let's say you brush your teeth, you do everything you need, now you have a few more minutes and you want to have another cup of water. You don't have to, but if you want to do it, it's a meditation from the Ari. You can hold a cup of water in your right hand. You can ask from the water what you want from them to do. That you can do all your prayers, all your meditations, all the 24 hours. You don't want to feel thirsty. You want to feel, you have the saliva and you feel good and you feel like nourished by energy and the water and mercy and everything you want to comes from the water. Okay? Because the water have, the consciousness go through the water and then giving the energy to all of and the information to all of our body parts. Okay? And then we drink it in a way of like right column, left column, and central column, but each column have three columns. So let's say we're saying chesed of chesed. So it's right of the right. Let's say you don't remember chesed, so right of the right. A sip. Then you turn in the cup, how do you say, the opposite of the clock. And then you hold and said, Gvura of
Counterclockwise.
what?
Counterclockwise.
Quant counter
Counterclockwise.
correct. Okay. And then you turn into the, to the left, and then Gvura of mercy. Sip. Turn again. Then Tiferet of mercy. Again. The same hand. Now it's Chesed of Gvura. Mean right of the left. Turn, drink. Left of the left, right? Gvura of Gvura. Turn left. Drink. Then Tiferet of Gvura. Turn and drink. And then we go into the essential column. So Chesed of Tiferet. You turn and drink. Gvura of Tiferet. Turn and drink. And then Tiferet of Tiferet. Now you can drink everything that left in the cup. And that's it. You can start your fast. This is part of meditation from the Ari to help us to go through Yom Kippur and to finish it in a good way, and not to think even about not hunger and not thirst. I remember when I started to go in Israel to do Yom Kippur with the center, we used to go to Tel Aviv. I'm from Tiberias, from the north. We used to go to Tel Aviv and stay there and do the Kippur. That was insane, I was in shock. One time I remember we dance and dance and dance and dance and then like crazy, like running in circles. And it already passed, like Kippur finished already, and we still dancing. We don't feel any thirst, we don't feel any hunger, nothing. Like you just in such a high place, you just want to continue singing. And when we finished, I don't know if it was 1 hour, 2 hours after, I said, "What? That's insane." I didn't even feel like not hungry, not thirsty, not even stressed about the clock. Like, oh, when it's going to finish, I need to go to drink. I need to go. Nothing. It was like you're in a different zone. So that place, it's bina of bina. If we can take ourselves to that level of consciousness and not thinking about our body and about thirsty or hungry or whatever, just really connecting, that's a very, very powerful level that we can receive all of those blessings for the entire year. This is why we want to prepare ourselves. We have a few days to prepare, and I want to make sure that how I want to show up to Yom Kippur, how I want to show up to my next year, because the energy exists. All the technology exists for us from creation. I need to choose how I want to tap into that energy, how much I want to take with me in my vessel to my next year, and what I'm going to do with it. Okay? So it's not enough just to come and to fast and to have ego about it. Oh, I'm fasting. Oh, I'm not drinking. Oh, I'm not this. Oh, no. I don't want to come with ego. Remember, we're not doing favor to no one that we are fasting or not drinking or stopping 3 days or 4 days coffee or whatever that thing. We're not favoring no one. Everything we do for ourselves first. We receive in the light. I want the light. I want love. I want health. I want a really good relationship. I want to have wisdom. I want to clean myself with the Creator. I want me. I want. So I need to remind myself. I want. Don't let your ego give you all of those like, oh wow, look at you, you fasting. Look at you, do this. Look at no. We're using those. It's a tool for me to go to higher levels. It's like you throwing the sandbag, right? To give the this air ball, how do you call it? Air ball, to go up, right? So we want to make sure we come in with the right intention and right consciousness to Yom Kippur. Okay, let's continue. Good. So now we're at the level of Bina, as we mentioned. Look at that magic. So we have the chitzoniyut, the external energy of Binah. What does it represent? You see this circle? It's the external energy of Binah. Represent what? The physical food. See, it's a beautiful challah here. The physical food. And then we have the internal energy of Binah. What represent? We have the 5 restrictions for us to connect with that energy. Then we have the 5 prayers of Yom Kippur, as we mentioned before. Sorry. So we walking out of the external energy and entering with those 5 restrictions and 5 prayers into the internal energy of Binah. Before, we have also Kol Nidrei. Kol Nidrei, you remember, we studied the connection with this Kol Nidrei. It's to remove more in a deeper way all of the vows that we created the entire year, and sometimes even, we're going to go years before. And we it's good for us to be present if you can. If not, maybe you can do live streaming with the center. But if you can be at the center and do it with us, it's very, very powerful connection for the entire year. That happening on Friday night. We start the connection. Just wishing you good fasting. And now we want to start to connect after the 10 days of repentance that we said represent the left column, right? Remember, we have 22 days to build our vessel. So what we do with the 10 days of tshuva that we are at right now, this is the left column. This is the purification of the vessel. We purifying our vessel and our soul. So whatever we will do now, we want to meditate. As we said, we have the support system of the mikveh in the cosmos. I want to keep in mind, I want to purify my vessel. I want to purify my soul. If I don't have that in mind, so I'm not in line with the energy that exists. So I can continue busy with my life and my work and whatever I'm doing. So I keep busy with the mundane. Now, we can do the mundane, but in the mundane, I want to make sure I'm using that consciousness. I'm purifying my vessel and my soul, because now this is the left column. This is the preparation of the vessel to receive all of the blessings in Kippur for the entire year. All right? Then the right side, right column, what we're doing, those are the 4 days, as we mentioned before, between Kippur and Sukkot. Okay, and then we have the 7 days of Sukkot. So we're talking about, as you can see here, all of the days. So what we're receiving in time of Sukkot, those are the days between Kippur and Sukkot. We have the day of Sukkot, we have surrounding light from the point of the Sukkah. Okay? Receiving all of the surrounding light, because you see everything is surrounding light, but from different levels. One is from the point of the Sukkah. One is surrounding light that come from Zir and Pin. This is when we do the hakafot inside. We circling inside, and the Sukkah, we're doing the connections. And one we have the inner light that come from Zir and Pin when we check in the Lulav. So all of those lights, the Sukkah is a big antenna that helping us to receive all of those lights. We need those powers to be the new version of ourselves, because remember, in Rosh Hashanah and Kippur, okay, we ask him for Rosh Hashanah, we ask him for things. I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that, okay, I want a new cassette, I don't want this, I want to be that person, this person, that strength. Okay, amazing. Then we're removing all the negativity. But now, to be the new version that we want to be, or we ask to be, we need to have new or extra superpowers. Okay? So all of those energies that we receive in Sukkot, we receive in extra superpowers, super energies that will push us to be the version, the best version that we ask to be. So we have all of the surrounding light from the Sukkah, surrounding light of Zir and Pin with the Hakafot, and we do in circle inside of the Sukkah, and inner light from Zir and Pin with the Shekin of the Lulav. So all of those powers we want to receive and to have. This is why it's important to, whatever you can, join us and be in the Sukkah as much that you can. Again, don't be stressed about it. Just remember, it's just 7 days of that energy, but you need to do your best and forget about the rest. Just increase your inner stress to do more. Don't let the external stress to push you. Increase the inner stress that you want more, and this is why you're choosing to do more. So as much as you can, be inside of the Sukkah and read the Zohar, do your connections, do your meditations, I don't know, do things you need to do, but try to be in the Sukkah. Also in the Sukkah, it's good to, just a reminder in the Sukkah, it's very important how we behave inside of the Sukkah. Because of the Sukkah affecting not just my life, affecting the world, affecting 70 nations, 70 ministers, that they will give the energy, the sustenance, abundance, everything that this nation need. Any thought, any talk affecting my life and affecting the world. So in the Sukkah, we don't want to behave with silliness. We don't want to be sad. We don't want to argue. Okay, we don't want to have any conflicts. Now, Satan will try to create that in the Sukkah. So if you feel that somehow you're not in balance, leave the Sukkah. Because the Sukkah is very powerful energy. It will manifest to whatever some things we, either weaknesses or either energies we need still to work on. I remember when I was in Tiberias, so me and my friend, we used to be very, very silly. We just enter in the sukkah, we become to be so silly, we cracking, so the manager was telling us, guys, are you silly? so we so we need to walk out of the sukkah, release everything. We just went back again. Well, we do like silly stuff and start to laugh. Okay, I need to live again, right? It wasn't like a real happiness. It was just we've been silly. There is a spirit that's silly, and then you can lose all the energy because it's still energy from you. So then when you recognize it, so you go out. But so in each one of us, it's affecting different things. Some people get upset and angry in the sukkah. They go inside, they can see anything. What is wrong? What's going on? The chair, this. Why there's no this? Why they didn't do that? The ventilator, this. They like start to judge everything. Whoa! Shh, relax. What's going on? Go outside, balance yourself. I want to use this antenna as antenna. And if I realize I get upset, I get angry, I get silly, I'm judging, whatever that thing, oh wow, I still have this garbage within. Woo! Let me clean it from my system. Let me walk out of the sukkah, relax, balance myself, maybe choose a meditation or choose Zohar, go back and pray and ask and beg to remove it from your system because we need guidance and support. And this is what the Sukkah does. The Sukkah is like, if we can say, it's like a Röntgen, like this light that goes through our vessel, and all the garbage, you can see it. It's been revealed, okay? So it's another tool for us, one, to receive all of those surrounding lights to help us to push ourselves for the next year. Two, while I'm in the Sukkah, pay attention to your thoughts, to your feelings, to your desires. What's going on? Where I'm at right now. Assess. And then you know what you need to work on. All right? It's a very, 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 very powerful tool. So let's use it in a smart way, in a wisdom way. All right. So, and now we're getting into Simchat Torah, the complete vessel. Now this is the central column. This is the we complete the vessel, it means the 22 days of, left column, right column, central column. Now the vessel is complete, receiving again it's like the seal, we seal in the energy, receiving the blessings, receiving everything that we supposed to receive. And after that day, it says that they send in the letters and the decree, and now the year start. It says in the Zohar that in Rosh Hashanah, even though they write in the decree already, the Creator saying, don't send the letters yet. Maybe the person will do tshuva. He will change. So this is why we have the 10 days of tshuva, right till Yom Kippur. But still, in Sukkot, we still can do work and change. And in Simchat Torah also. And after Simchat Torah, the letter's been sent and the year start, and then we start Genesis. So this is a very, very fair system. We have a few minutes left. So here it says, right? אך בעשור לחודש השביעי הזה, יום הכיפורים הוא מקרא קודש יהיה לכם, ועיניתם את נפשותיכם. This is the time, the 10th of the months, the 7 months, it will be יום הכיפורים. מקרא קודש יהיה לכם, ועיניתם את נפשותיכם. You should control your desire to receive oneself alone in that day. ויקרבתם אישה להשם, וכל מלאכה לא תעשו. You shouldn't, you should sacrifice something to the Creator, to cleave yourself to the Creator. This is why we have the 5 restrictions, and you shouldn't work in that day. וכל מלאכה לא תעשו בעצם היום הזה. Let me maybe just show you so you can scan it together with me. וכל מלאכה לא תעשו בעצם היום הזה, כי יום כיפורים הוא לכפר עליכם לפני השם אלוקיכם. Why? Because this is יום כיפורים, who, what he does, help us to remove any type of negativities in front of the Creator, that he is your God, he is your master. כי כל הנפש אשר לא תאונה, because each nefesh, it means the lowest part of the soul, that not going to go through the process of purification or restriction, בעצם הם הזה, ונכרתה מהמאה. If a person doesn't take himself and control his desire to receive to oneself alone that day, he says, נכרתה מהמאה, it will be he's going to disconnect himself from the nation, from the light of the Creator in that point. וכל הנפש אשר תעשה כל מלאכה בעצם הם הזה, והבאתי את הנפש ההיא מקרב עמה, כל מלאכה לא תעשו חוקת עולם דורותיכם, בכל מושבותיכם. He's saying, so you should also work and shouldn't eat, and all the 5 restrictions. And he says that this is a law, the Creator saying, חוקת עולם לדורותיכם. This is a law in all of the generations. בכל מושבותיכם, every place that you're going to see, doesn't matter which country, which place, everywhere. This is a cosmic energy. This is a spiritual law in the universe. So he says here, Shabbat Shabbaton hu lachem. This is Shabbat Shabbaton. This is a higher level of Shabbat. It's Shabbat, but it's a higher level instead of Shabbat hu lachem. Ve'initem nafshotechem. You should do restriction to control your desire to receive oneself alone. It's the nefesh, the lowest part of the soul. בתשעה לחודש, בערב, מערב עד ערב, תשבתו שבתכם. So, at the 9th day, the 9th of the month, you start from the evening till the evening, so it's already the 10th day, תשבתו שבתכם. You should do those restrictions. So here, the Torah telling us in Vayikra, Chav Gimel, Leviticus 23, it says this is a law in the universe, spiritual law. Again, if we know it, if we don't know it, there are so many laws we don't know, and there are so many laws we know and we might not even use, but still it's affecting us and affecting humanity. So at least when we know, we can do something about it. Okay, if we don't know, we don't know, but when we know, it's good for us to do. And here, as the Kabbalists explain, this is a spiritual mikveh. We're going to be inside of a spiritual mikveh for 24 hours, that the Malchut, as we can see here, going above and connect with the level of Binah for 24 hours. This is why we shouldn't have any fear to mention any negativity that we created or did or say in that specific day, because we have the protection of the mikveh to remove that negativity. So the more things we're going to mention, this is why we mention in so many negativities in the prayers. But if we're going to mention to other people or say, I'm sorry, or even to ourselves, or remove it from our system, all of the negativities, we shouldn't have any fear, because we are in the level of Binah, Malchut go to Binah, so it means we are in that mikveh of purification. So let me just stop this. Okay, beautiful. So, any questions? I don't know if you're still with me. Sometimes, I'm talking to the camera. Now I can see some pictures and faces.
Michael, couple of questions.
Okay.
One is, can you please share the meal meditation that you put on the screen?
Mm-hmm. I
That's
said I'm
one.
going to send you, yeah.
Okay. And the other is, what's the difference between the vows or how we're removing the vows on Kol Nidrei versus how we remove the vows on before Rosh Hashanah?
How you asking?
I mean, like the two seem to be the same, so there must be a difference.
No, there is a difference. This is much more deeper, that we're going in a different depths. Like right now, every day we're removing negativity in different depths, right? In the morning, Shira Ma'alot, when we're doing, there are different levels of negativities. Every time there is different levels. When a person is angry or upset or judging or whining or blaming, there are different levels. So when we say, and I want to work on something, we work in removing like a layer after layer after layer after layer after layer. Also with vows, there are different layers. So we remove some vows, from the year that we start in Rosh Hashanah. And this level of Kol Nidrei, we're removing more layers of vows, but also it's not just our vows. There is over there it's mentioned a lot of vows of the souls of humanity. Okay, so we go into different. It's also the combination of the way the words. It's totally different words and different type of energy in Kol Nidrei.
Thank you.
2 questions. Okay. Yes.
I
More
have
questions?
Yeah, I have a question. What's the day that we need to ask forgiveness to people, or thinking if we can get in touch or not in touch? Is before Yom Kippur?
So after we did tshuva, and if you realize that you still need to go and talk with the person, you can do it in this time also. It's it's time of Elul. We should do it, and 10 days of tshuva to go and to ask for forgiveness, say I'm sorry, or to forgive someone. At this time, it's a very powerful time. In Kippur, remember, you can maybe say and ask for forgiveness from people that you see that they come with you to do the connections. But if it's a person that is not next to you, how are you going to talk to him? You know what I mean? So, of course, it's good to do it before Yom Kippur and come ready. And if you miss someone from the community, sorry, and you still need to say, so you can say it in Kippur also.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. More questions? Okay, so if not, let's do L'chaim with the cup of water. לחיים, לחיים, שנה טובה, גמר חתימה טובה.
Amen.
Shana Tova, teacher. Shana Tova, guys.
Guys, hope to see you.
Good teacher, Shana Tova,
Shana
guys.
Tova.
Michael, one question. Be safe with the
We have
weather.
question?
Yes.
We have question. Just a second, guys. We have question.
Can I do mikveh all this day?
You can, of course. If you want to do mikveh, of course you can do mikveh.
Okay. No,
Huh?
Yes, just be careful now with the storm and the ocean. Don't go
What
alone. You can do in a pool or with someone. Just be careful. Okay, guys? So be
Shana
safe.
Tova.
Shana
Love and
Tova.
light. Thank you,
Gmar Chatima
Michael.
Tova.
Bye.
All the
Shana
best, guys.
Tova.
All the best.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova. Shana
Thank you,
Tova.
Michael.
Thank you,
You're very
Michael.
welcome.
Beautiful presentation. The slides were so pretty, and the explanations. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Bye, guys. All the best.